If you are a high achieving woman working on weight loss or body goals, you have likely been caught in the loop of guilt. You say things like, I was doing so well and now I've ruined it, or I need to get back on track, I've slipped, or this isn't how it's supposed to go. Let's shift that thinking. Your body isn't working against you, it's speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? So I want us to begin today by thinking about you and your energy shifts. So what you need to understand is essentially we are all just big, huge balls of energy. Now remember, I'm going to preface this entire video, as always, I am not a certified nutritionist. I am not a certified doctor. So with that in mind, this is not advice. This is my experience. This is for purposes of you to understand the processes and my thought patterns and my mindset shifts that have led to me becoming the healthiest, the fittest, the leanest, the most, how can I say, like, ultimate perfect version yet of me that I ever have been. These are the mindset shifts I had to make. It's nothing to do with anyone else. But if you're interested, listen in and you're going to pick up some, hopefully, incredible mindset shifts that will get you to the next level. And one of the main things is your energy is not, as a female or as a human being, right? But as a female particularly, your body wasn't meant to be like a robot. So the fact that you're thinking to yourself that to force yourself to have this diet every day where you're eating in a calorie deficit every single day, where you're eating maybe the same type of things every single day, and you think that that's going to be easier or that there's something wrong with you if you just can't stick to that, that's your problem. Because you're not a robot. You are actually a beautiful human being. You have the powerful, most incredible energy that AI just can't touch, that any inanimate object cannot touch. Elon Musk can try. They can try and build something equivalent to you, but it can't happen because you were created by God, by our Creator, and you were created in a super powerful way, and your energy was designed to fluctuate, and your certain body systems were designed to work in such a perfect, flawless way that you, when you're in tune with yourself and your needs, you will desire, and you have certain needs at certain times in your month. So I need you to understand that. You're going to have times in the month when you feel, oh my God, I'm on fire, I'm a boss, I'm doing this is amazing. And you're going to have times when you gain 5 pounds overnight over the next few days, where you basically feel like you could eat every single thing in the cupboard. But you're also going to be able to learn the tools to manage all of that so that you can transition in and out of these various phases very smoothly. I'm not going to deep dive into all of this today, but I just need you to understand that you're physically, if you're thinking that you're failing because you're not managing to get to that calorie deficit without a struggle every day in your cycle, then you're a failure. You're not the problem. The way you're looking at and your expectations of you and your diet at that point, that's the problem. Because let's face it, you're not going to lose the weight in the diet in the gym. You can try as hard as you like, but if your diet is absolutely horrific, if you're eating tons of processed foods, if you've got very low protein intake, you're not going to lose weight. If you're eating tons of sugar, you're not drinking enough water, and you're not nourishing your body, that's not going to happen for you, beautiful. Now, I would encourage you, if you're at this point, I'm going to release another video in a few days or weeks or so's time on this, because there are very subtle mindset shifts that you can make just simply by changing the things you eat that are going to make the most massive difference to you, and you won't even realize, and you'll feel like actually you have taken this superpower supplement. You will feel like you've discovered this hidden secret, and it's simply down to what you eat, genuinely, and it's easy things. It's not something, I've done the overwhelming work so that I can teach you it, so that I can help you with it, so you don't need to do the overwhelming work. But basically, your energy shifts every month at times, phases in the month, okay? So it's not failure on your part, it's just a signal from your body. We should be listening to our body. Don't get me started on intuitive eating. Oh my God. Everyone's like, oh, you know what? You should listen to your body. You should do intuitive eating. Do you even know what intuitive eating means? Do these people even know what intuitive eating means? Intuitive eating isn't just letting yourself go wild and eating whatever on earth you want. That's not what it is, in my opinion. Intuitive eating is when you basically already from a healthy state of mind, or for example, I'm not even going to go into this, but intuitive eating can only happen when your body's already in balance, when your body's already had enough sleep, when you're not, definitely not in a sleep deficit, when you already have a good baseline and you've got some good habits with your protein so that you're actually satiated properly, so your body already has the building blocks that it needs, and that you've got enough fibre where your digestive system in your gut and you have a strong digestive system, when all that's in check, then we can think about intuitive eating. Because until then, your body's going to be so out of whack that you're just going to be like, right, okay, I'm so hungry. And what does your body do I'm so tired. What does your body do when you're tired, mama? It reaches for the highest sugar energy sources it can, because it's fast acting on your body. So your body's like, that's why you're opening the cupboard and you're like, oh my God, oh, do we have any biscuits? Do we have any chocolate? Do we have any? Because your body is searching for that. And these, I'm not even going to call it foods. They're food-like substances. They have been created in a lab. Do you not realise? And this isn't about shaming you. It's just about helping you understand, and make these shifts. Because it's being honest here with ourselves. Hey, I love the odd crisp. I love the odd piece of chocolate. I have an occasion coming up where I'm going to be asking for beautiful chocolates. But do I do that every day? No. Maybe at some point in the future of my life, I'll be like, right, I don't want to touch those things. They're totally toxic. Because we all know sugar is toxic. Refined sugar is toxic. Let's not lie to ourselves here. But you need to understand that to do all these things, all these buzzwords they say, like the intuitive eating and all of this, if you don't have adequate sleep, that's the most important thing. If you don't have all of these other things in place that are meant to empower your body will seek out energy in other ways, and your mind is going to be in turmoil because you're going to have to battle it all day. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, or you're saying, but I'm actually a mother and I have a job and I have this and I have that. Well, yes, I get that. That doesn't mean you can't have sleep. Let me tell you, I know how hard that is because I have children. I have a million things going on in my life. So I have to be very structured with my day. And I actually created something. This is a total aside from that. But I created something called the Perfect Day Planner. Just comment perfect below. It will show you how to free up your time. It will show you how to get enough sleep. I will give you the exact steps you need to make sure you get that time. Whether or not you want to take that time and use it productively for sleep, or whether you want to take that time and go doom scrolling or go on Netflix, is really up to you. But one of those options is going to get you adequate sleep. It might sound a bit boring, but you will reap the benefits. So when your energy dips or your appetite increases, it's not sabotage. It's just your body asking for support. It's like, hey, you didn't give me enough sleep last night. Help me. Give me a bit more energy today. Learn to adapt with it and not fight against it. So honouring these shifts is where real results come from. And it's not just in your body, but it's in your confidence and your self-trust. So I also want to go and move on to this one. This is one I always struggled with, and it was almost a bit of an excuse for me. It's the all or nothing trap. So if you have one indulgent meal, one missed workout, a few days of rest, none of these mean that you're off track. And I just want you to understand that. Unless you make them mean that. Because most women actually spiral at this point, and that's because they expect perfection. If you are a recovering perfectionist like me, then that will happen to you, and you're like, oh, I'm terrible, why can't I do this? But you don't need perfect, you just need momentum. If you're doing incredible, you're not going to sabotage yourself by just having one meal off or one day where you have maybe overindulged more than usual. Most women do spiral at that point, and they make it like that they're a failure. No, this is your life. You're allowed to do fun things if you thought that was fun at the time. For example, I'm really quite dialed in with my diet. But I took my daughter for ice cream yesterday. There's a beautiful Italian ice cream store near where we live, and I was like, right, it's a beautiful day, take her ice cream. My baby was sleeping. So in we went, and I'm not the best fan ever of ice cream, so I gravitated over to, they have these incredible chocolates and all these other various beautiful things that they made. And what did I see? They had a tray bake, which I don't know if you in the US know what a tray bake is. It's basically, I don't even know, but you might know what this is anyway. There was a Rocky Road, which is like marshmallows, whatever, chocolate, but you would never guess what type of Rocky Road it was. It was Biscoff. And who's the biggest sucker for Biscoff ever? Me. So I was like, well, that's for me. So I took that. She had ice cream, got home, and I was like, right, I'm going to have half of this. And honestly, because I'd had my high protein lunch, I had the half. It was a super rich, indulgent thing. It was crazy. Because I'd had that high protein lunch, after I'd eaten half of that piece, that bar, let me tell you, I felt so, horrible. I had not sick, I didn't feel sick or ill, but I was like, this is not good. It was way too overindulgent. I had eaten way too much, and I wasn't quite ready for my next meal yet, which is why I felt like that. But I wasn't going to make myself feel terrible about it. Yeah, I got on the scales today, and they were a pound higher, but that was due to various other things as well. But that's that. So I haven't failed. I had fun. I was out with my daughter. I'm not going to be like this drill sergeant who's like, no, I do not eat sugar. I do not eat this. But I don't do it every day, because the body of my dreams is not created when I just go ahead and sabotage myself all the time. It's an intentional thing. I didn't randomly just go, I really feel like this, so I'll run into the kitchen. No, it's like, well, let's go and have luxury ice cream. And this is another one. I do not buy the diet snacks. I do not buy the quote-unquote healthy snacks, which are just junk anyway. I buy the cleanest versions I can. Even the cleanest versions I can. By the way, check out your labels and stuff. Check out the fact that half of the ingredients on the back are all these seed oils, which wreak absolute havoc in your body, make you inflamed, puffy, destroy the amazing work that your cells are doing. Just check it out. I'm so sad that I'm going to have to phase out my Oatly barista in my tea. It's the one thing I love, but it's going to get phased out as soon as those cartons are finished. Gone. Because I've realised that the whole thing is laced with all these horrible oils that are destroying the beautiful cells in my body. Not destroying them, and they're accelerating the growth of things I don't necessarily want, or they would do if I was going to continue drinking loads of the stuff long term. So I'm not about to sabotage my body. I'm about to find replacements. It's going to have to be organic whole milk. It's not just as perfect, but you know what? here we are. So this is a mindset that separates lifelong results from constant restarts. It's when you're just like, okay, let me think about that. I don't need to change anything. Give yourself the opportunity just to think about things, just to, let me think. Let me just take some time and reflect on that. How's that impacting me? Just question things. Just be like, do I really want this? Do I really know what that means? Do I really know the impact of this? Let yourself do that. And also let yourself have a bit of fun and not be like, oh well, I ate the cookie, so now I'm going to go on a full-on snack binge, and I'm now going to have crisps tonight, and I'm going to have pizza, and I'm going to have all this. That's sometimes what we think. We're like, oh well, I've failed, so I may as well fail big time anyway. It gives me an excuse. No, don't do that to yourself. Allow yourself to say, no, I'm actually perfection already, and that's why I can eat a little bit of this or that, because I'm like, well, I do, but then I get right back on track again, because I don't want to feel like rubbish the next day, because that food isn't serving me. Okay, last point here. Your body, just like you, responds to kindness, not pressure. Don't you just hate when people are pressuring you? Don't you just hate when people are like pushing you and hounding you, and you're like, just leave me alone, just let me back off? That's what you're doing to your body when you pressure it. The most powerful women, they don't shame themselves into action, by the way. They don't. I've seen all that stuff online, like how people gaslight themselves into losing weight. It's like, what, you're doing that to yourself? I get the concept, but let's not call it that. Your body deserves compassion, love. It's doing such an amazing job to keep you alive. So no, we're not shaming it. No, we're not pressuring it. And no, we're certainly not gaslighting it. Just ask yourself, what would make my body feel supported today? How do you do that? Breathe. Hands on your heart. Do you need to stretch? Do you need to move? Do you need to put a warm jumper on? Yeah, that's me right now. Because I've not got my heater on. I've not got my... You don't need to know that. But what do you need right now in this moment? And ask yourself, what version of movement or nourishment would make me feel like I'm giving myself self-respect today? This is not about doing less beautiful. It's about doing what actually works. And what works is feeling safe in your body so that it can let go of what no longer serves you. That's really important to understand. So you're not here to diet and hustle endlessly. That's the truth. It's not the truth. You are not here to make your control of food the centre of your life. Actually, that's what these big food corporations have done. They've gone full cycle now. Do you not see how they are basically using you as a tool to bring in revenue? Once you understand that and you get that, your whole mindset will change, because what you'll understand is that when you really understand that the same companies that have engineered foods to be as divinely tasted as possible, you literally can't get enough of these crisps, these chocolates, these sweets, these rich drinks at Starbucks. When you realise that all of that is engineered for you, it's so insanely palatable and it doesn't ever satiate you. So you're never going to get to the bottom of that pack of crisps and go, oh, I'm feeling full now. You're never going to feel like that because of the design of the product. It's designed like that, so you buy more and more and more. Don't you know that? Don't you realise that the same companies that are actually leading these small brands, not the small like homegrown brands, but I'm talking about these huge big brands that have one product, like let's call Pringles, Doritos, whatever they may be. That one tiny brand is owned by multi-billion-dollar companies, and those same companies are responsible for pushing out into the market all these brand new drugs, these wonder drugs, these drugs which can actually stop you from being hungry. Do you not realise that they're causing the problem for you and also presenting a solution? But the only thing is, the solution comes with lots of different downsides, lots of dangers, lots of things that if you just did away with the initial problem, which is their junk food, you would never need the solution. Now that's gone on to a totally different topic here, but I want you to understand that that's the reason you're stuck here. It's not because of you. It's not because of, look, your parents will probably never want to admit that your government has failed you. Our governments have failed us in terms of the products they're allowing to be consumed in the food chain. The food chain's up, the food pyramid that you're taught is upside down. And look, I'm just going on here. There's about 20 different concepts in that one moment segment there. The food chain that you're presented with, eat loads of this stuff, these rice, these grains, all this junk. It actually should be the complete other way about, more or less. So understand that once you, again, it's just breaking away from all that programming. If your parents will never believe, like they're from the generation, from the era, mine are, from the generation that thinks that your government is here to protect you, to keep you safe, that they will not push out dangerous ideas, that they will not fail you. Government doesn't want to fail its economy, full stop. That's it. You're just a cog in that. That's it. So you need to look out for yourself. So how you do that is you create a lifestyle that feels effortless, that feels empowering, that feels aligned with your feminine energy, because you're a beautiful female. And we as females, as women, I believe we have the most important job in the world. We have to raise strong, healthy, powerful, independent children. So we need to know this. We need to really, as a responsibility as a mother, we need to understand how nutrition works, how to nourish your body, your mind, your spirit, and we need to pass this on to the next generation, because let me tell you, they are not teaching this in primary schools and secondary schools. And by the time your kids are 7, they will have adopted habits. They will have adopted all the mindsets of what's healthy and what's not. So I just ask your children as well, just get them understanding these things. Don't restrict them in terms of, oh, you cannot eat this, you can't. It's your choice, you're a parent, right? You do. It's your child, no one else's. But I believe we don't restrict, we explain it. We serve healthy meals. We make sure the vegetables and the proteins and all of these clean things, very important for growing children. Make sure they're getting their nutrients in. And then, every so often, can you eat this and that? Of course, if you want. But it's all about your lifestyle. And the food industry, big pharma, and everyone is really almost dependent upon you buying in to all of this rubbish, these nonsense, these grains, these overly processed food-like substances, the chips, the sweets, the junk, all that, to keep our economy afloat. And so they need you to be focused so much on food. They make it so irresistible, so amazing. Everything is around food. But it doesn't need to be like that, because essentially food is your fuel. So we need to come away from that concept. But if you're somebody who is ready to finally let go of your perfectionism around your dieting, your self-sabotage, your guilt, and you're finally ready to build confidence in your habits, your body, and your mindset, then get the Spark Activation. You can get it in the description box below. The Spark Activation is your personalised video deep dive. It's bespoke to you, into exactly what's holding you back and how you can break through. So it's the support you need to make the shifts you need. These things can happen overnight. if you're prepared to make the mindset shifts, if something clicks. Have you ever had that moment where you're like, this just clicks and everything changes? You could be an entirely different person, but wouldn't you like to be free? Wouldn't you like to feel free of all the pressure, of all the cycles of yo-yo dieting, of all the unworthiness? You can be, and it's all down to you. And if you need support for that, the spark activation is 100% for you. And that's really it. Weight loss is not physical, it's energetic. Everything, any quantum transformation is energetic. And when your body feels safe, everything shifts. Sometimes you just need that support to feel safety, to know that it's okay to go forward, just to understand I can make these tweaks. So the link is below for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you want to know about next when it comes to this particular topic? I love this topic. It may seem quite random on a manifestation channel, but I believe that women should have the healthiest, most divine, most beautiful body, and realise that, because that's the way you were born to be. Don't you think the human body, don't you think the female body is absolutely beautiful? When you take care of it, when you condition it, when you are who you are born to be, you are absolutely incredible. So be your best self. You were born with that in you. Allow yourself to be that. And I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I can't wait to see you in Spark Activation.